7. Greetings, friends! This year, I'm raising more animals than I have ever raised before. Ever! And I got to thinking here recently, well, how many animals do I actually have now? How many? Because I've just been ordering animals all over the place. And we actually have some more animals coming, but I'm like, well, how many do I have right now? Hey guys.
Yeah.
Good morning, little ones. We have ducklings on this side, as well as ducklings over here. These on the right side are Muscovy ducklings, and they're like the quietest, calmest, cleanest duckling that I've ever raised. They just barely make a peep, even though they're older than these, which tend to be a little mouthy. Breakfast time? Ready for breakfast? Yeah. So guys, before we give them feed and water, like we typically do in the morning, let's go ahead and take them out and count them out and see where we're at. I know what we started with. I know how many I ordered from the hatchery, but oftentimes the hatcheries give you a couple extra just for the event of losing some, because you do lose some. You generally lose just a couple when you're raising them from babies. But let's see where we're at now. So let's see here, what can we put them in to count them? Oh, here we go. Use that right there. A little bit of this. Alright, Micah, you stand right here, we'll put them there. Alright, Josiah, go ahead and let's start grabbing them. One. 2.
Ice box. 3, 4,
5.
5. Where's number 6?
6. 7. 13.
These are high jumps.
25, 26. Last one there is giving you a fit. All right.
What is it, Roadrunner?
27. 27 is what we have in here. One of the things that I have noticed about the Muscovy ducklings is that they're not as messy as some of the other ducklings, breeds of ducklings that I've raised in the past. Check out their area right here. It's really not that messy at all. So our official number is 27 of these little Muscovies here. So let's write that down. 27. Here we go. Let's put it back in. Alright, put it back in you go. And then in this section right here, we have pecans and what's the other ones we have, Josiah?
Buff.
That's right, buffs. The kids really wanted a couple of buff ducks to try. So let's see how many of each we have, because I think that they gave us more than just a couple extra of some of these ducklings. And these little ones right here are definitely messier than the Muscovies. You can see the mess that they're made on here, splashing their water out and all around. Right here is a buff duck, and this is one of our pecans. So you can see the buff, they're browner. These pecans are yellow. So we have more pecans, so we're gonna put them there. We'll put these in the box right here.
On you guys too. Thank you.
3, 4. Come on. 34. So over here we have 31 pecans. And then over here we didn't get a count. You like holding these over here?
Yes, sir.
They're cute, aren't they? And then the buffs.
You look the cutest.
So since I'm not talented enough to count 2 at the same time, we'll count the buffs as we put them back in the brooder. Excuse me, we're gonna put them back in. Are you done with them?
No.
No, you want to spend more time with them? Well, we're gonna put them back in, and then you can play with them if you want some more. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So I believe we started with 15 of those, and we just have 13 left. So those are still good numbers, still good odds. All right, Josiah, go ahead and load those back in the brooder.
Roger. The roller coaster. Yay!
All right, so that's 11 buffs plus the 2 that we're leaving right here for Micah to play with equals 13 in total.
What are those?
So we have 27 Muscovies, 31 pecan, and 13 buffs. What does that come to? What does that come to?
I don't know.
That comes to 71. And that's just the babies. Let's see what else we have. All right. Yeah. I thought you were gonna turn the fence off. Did you forget to turn off the fence?
Yep.
Could you please turn it off for me?
Yes, sir.
I actually didn't get shocked, but the fence is on. If you touch the vertical strands, you won't get shocked, but the horizontal, you will. So I actually only grabbed this one right here. Oh, you got it off now?
Yep.
Thank you.
That is the biggest and prettiest rooster we have.
Alrighty, this is where it gets to be a little challenging, counting animals that are just moving all over the place. So we're just gonna have to do the best we can. Oh man. Alrighty, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to count the different ones first. That'll make it easy. So we have the black ocelotls, we have a couple of Rhode Island Reds and some brown sex links. We'll count them like that. Alrighty, so let's start with the black ocelotls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and oh, we got another one, and 14. And they're doing what you're supposed to do and laying some eggs. There we go. Alright, so next, should we do the reddies or the light brownies?
The reddies.
All right, so let's count the reds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all we have. 5?
Is that it?
I think so.
Probably is. Rhode Island Reds used to be the main bird that we raised here for eggs. Then we gradually started experimenting with others, but I must say, I think the black ocelot is my favorite. Especially Batman here, he looks pretty cool. That little guy over has a wheat crow. All right, so next let's do the light brownies, the brown sex links, and there may be a couple gold stars in there as well. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that official count, Josiah? 13?
I think so.
13. And Micah, how many of the white ones do we have? Can you count those? How many?
3.
Just 3 of them? I have no idea why we have these white roosters. I know I ordered them some time ago, experimenting, and we still have them. I don't know what happened to the females, but I want to continue on with the black ocelot, but I don't really have a desire to continue on with these. Maybe the brown ones. We'll see. Oh yeah, and then we have right here, it's Americana. She is years old, probably our oldest chicken here. But she's been good. Americanas are not my favorite. They usually like to lay anywhere and everywhere. But she's been a good one to have here. I have no idea how old she is. Probably at least 8 years old. So that brings us to 36 chickens in this area. And these are some of our older chickens, but they still lay eggs for us, but they also help make compost for us to put into our garden areas. So we'll bring mulch and various things in here for them, and they just really help to create some good black treasure for us.
Arr, there's nothing like black gold.
And then inside here, this new chicken tractor that I built, I have even more birds. And you're probably starting to think, he's got some kind of weird addiction, doesn't he? But there's a reason why I have these. And all the others too. Come and get it. So in here, we have turkeys that will hopefully be Thanksgiving dinner, as well as some chickens that will hopefully be chicken dinner. Here we have Uno or Dos. It's one of our midget turkeys here. And here's the other one. So, and then we also have some heritage turkeys here. Whoa! Jump right out of my hand. Come on down. There you go. Yeah. Regretfully, we only have 2 midget turkeys, so that's an easy one to count. 2. So let's count our heritage turkeys now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 heritage turkeys. And this is going to be a little bit harder with all these chicken dinners running around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 right behind me. Didn't fall. All right, so that's 2 midget turkeys, 32 chicken dinners, Delaware broilers, and 10 heritage chickens. Oh, heritage turkeys. So that brings us to 44 in there. They're not all gonna stay in there. As they get bigger, we're gonna separate them, divide it by 2. But, so far, we have 71 that were in the brooder, 36 that were outside the chicken tractor here, and 44. And that total comes to 44. Come on, do the math. I wish I could do it quicker than that. I'm on the spot. 151. But you know what? We still have more animals.
1, 2, 3, and 4 eggs. 4 eggs.
And then lastly, we have one more flock of chickens. This is actually the flock of chickens. Yeah, quiet down. This is actually the flock of chickens that my youngest son, Micah, takes care of. So you gathered eggs? Any idea how many chickens you have here? All right, we need to figure it out. So how many do we have in here, Josiah?
Oh, 2 and 1 Muscovy.
1 Muscovy, so 2. All right, any more in here, Micah? No. Alright. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. He's got 14 down here, plus 3 Muscovy ducks, adult ones. Here we have some of the animals that are the easiest for me to count here in the homestead. 1, because I already know the number, and 2, because it's not that many of them. Over here we have our dairy goats, our 3 females. Yes, yes, I'm talking about you. And then we have Coco, who really enjoys hanging out with these goats. And then over here we have 4 more goats. We have Bucky, who is the dad of Cody, and then we have these 2 older female goats who just are hanging out with them. And then our other dog, one of our other dogs, Pepper, who she's not trapped in there. She just really enjoys hanging out in this feeder here. And we generally let the goats out grazing at this time of year. However, the past 2 days we've had rain and they really hate the rain, so they want to stay over here. So I just gave them some hay so they can stay out of the rain and still feed and eat. But we have more animals. We have 2 more dogs in a different portion of the property that help guard it and protect it. But we have other livestock too. I know, this is like a lot of animals, isn't it? Alrighty. Ready to move? Ready for some fresh grass? Yeah. Get you some more feed here in a little bit. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready to move. Here we go. And then right here we have 25 Cornish crosses, some more chicken dinners. And I know this number right off the top of my head because we just moved them outside. They were in the brooder, and then we got those ducklings that you saw earlier, and then we had to move them outside, of course, because there wasn't enough room. But it's also time for them to be outside now, and they are enjoying being outside. And then on top of that, I have some more Cornish cross meat birds right up there that need to be moved this morning too. Don't panic. Hold on now. Come on now. Yep. Come on. You almost got it. Turning it around. Turning it around. Alright, now they're moved. I could easily have gone forward. However, there's something that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to take these chickens here through areas of my garden that I'm letting rest this year. So that way they eat up what has come up, as well as they're adding nice fertilizer here. So we've brought the goats in, and we are now bringing the chickens through. And look at all this goodness that they're adding. Goats have been adding stuff. And then the chickens are adding some good stuff too. And in here we have 22 chicken dinners, and then a couple of Rhode Island Reds, just because. And generally I like to do 1.5 to 2 square foot per meat bird, and we do a lot more for our layers. It's usually around 8 square foot or so, or more. But with this number, it lets them still be able to move around okay in here, but at the same time really do a heavy job of mowing and fertilizing. I basically got these Rhode Island Reds for free, so I figured we'll just do a little experiment. We'll feed them the exact same things that we'll feed our sea monsters here, and just really get a good visual of the difference. And you can really see the difference in the size. Same age, same feed, but big difference.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. Come on, Greg. Come on, Greg. Tell me, come on. Come on. Quack, quack. And for our ducks, well, 8 pekin adults that I just let out, plus the 1 guard goose, Greg. We also have 9 Welsh Harlequin, 13 Gold Star, 4 Indian Runners, and 1 random mallard, plus 5 khaki Campbells. Whew! That was a lot harder than you think it would be. Going around, counting up all of our animals, trying to do the chores at the same time, and recording it so I can share it with you guys. So, after my census, how many animals do you think that we had overall? How many did you think? Before she answers, let us know your answers in the comment section below. I'd love to hear how many animals total you think we have. I'm getting ready to share it, but I want to know what you guys think first and what you think.
Okay, let me start adding some numbers.
What do you
here.
think?
45.
What do you think? What does she think?
65,
Is she gonna be higher? Is she gonna be lower?
80,
Right on the money.
90,
Just had to see.
100, 10, 12, 7, 9, I don't know. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. It has to be over 150.
All right, let's have your exact number. Sure, actually, go ahead and write it on this piece of paper here.
Does it need to be a secret?
Then you're gonna fold up your answer, and then I'm gonna go through, and then at the end of the numbers, I go over it. We'll see how close Lacie was to the exact number that we had.
Okay. Should I show them?
No, don't show them yet. Don't show me yet either. I don't see it. Okay. I kind of gave it away a little bit with what you were guesstimating, but let's go through the numbers.
Okay.
So, for meat birds, we had 32 broiler Delaware. We had sea monsters at 8 weeks, and some that are younger, 22, and then 25, and then some of those reds. So, for meat birds, meat chickens, we have 89 total. 89 meat chickens.
89.
Layers, total up of all of them, 49.
49.
Meat ducks, 69.
Oh, we have 69 meat ducks.
69 meat ducks.
Woo!
Layer ducks, 45.
Yeah.
1 goose.
1 goose. Gregory.
12 turkeys. 7 goats. 4 dogs. And
2 cats.
oh,
You forgot 2.
I did forget 2. I gotta write that down on my notes before I give the final answer away. Forgot about the cats. I guess you can tell which ones are my favorite and which ones are. All right, so what was your guess?
Mine's probably low.
Let's see what it is.
Okay.
Let's see what her answer is.
After all of these.
So she said 184. You know what? That's close to what mine would have been if I would have guessed. I didn't guess. I should have done that. But the actual answer is, what does the survey say? 277 animals here on the homestead. You were almost by 100. You were on.
Well, we kept getting chicks and ducklings in the mail.
They just kept coming. It's like, oh, how many do we have? And you know what? We do have some other things that are coming. We're gonna have some changes in those numbers because some of them are gonna have to bite the dust because some of them are like I said, chicken dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, things like that. So those numbers will change. We do have some guineas that are coming as well as some geese. So the numbers will fluctuate a little bit and they ultimately will be a little bit lower on the end. But we are saving some. I'd want to breed some. And there's a new feature on Abundance Plus where you can actually trade and sell livestock. So I'm gonna plan to sell some on there and be able to provide some of you guys with some of those who want to be a part of that. And if you do, and if you haven't had a chance to be a part of Abundance Plus, you can. And you can get 10% off joining right now if you use the Fit Farmer as the coupon code. So super excited about that. We also have some eggs in the incubator.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is our first time incubating these eggs. Pheasants?
Oh, you told them. I didn't think you were going to tell
Yeah,
them.
we don't need to keep it surprised with all these numbers going on. So we plan to incubate some of our chicken eggs. I want to continue on with our black ocelot. I want that to be one of our main breeds here. And we're still a little all over the place with the ducks, but definitely want to continue some of that stuff.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking about my guineas. You know that you're supposed to keep them locked up for like 6 months.
Whoa, yeah.
So when you let them out, they don't run away. Because
we'll
we
have to
know
do
about
that.
our guineas running away. We've done that before.
The first time will be our first time raising guineas. It's our first time raising turkeys. And
So I think
yeah.
you're going to have to build me a special guinea tractor.
Well, maybe I will have to make you one. Yep. First, I need some lunch. All that counting, it's got me hungry. See you next time.
Well, it doesn't take much to make you hungry. You or our children. Y'all were like eating us out of house and home.
That's why we're raising all those birds.
True. Very true.